Hello, I'm Stiz. Welcome to the Stizzy Chronicles. If you are new to the channel, I am going to break down a few things just so you are all caught up. One, I live full-time in the RV. Yes, I've been living full-time in my RV since October 15th, 2023. That was the very first night I slept in the RV, and I've been living in it full-time ever since. But if you're noticing my background, you're probably thinking, that doesn't look like an RV. Well, it doesn't, because it is not. I'm actually house sitting. I've been house sitting / dog sitting for a friend, and now my duties have come to an end. I will be heading back to the RV pretty soon. But before I do that, since I do have my fur babies with me, and that is 2 dogs and a kitty cat, they need to go to the vet. I am going to be hitting the road pretty soon, and there's some things that I want to take care of so I feel safe, such as making sure all my fur babies are microchipped. As of now, 2 out of the 3 are microchipped. Today we're going to try to get to the vet. It is a walk-in, it's not an appointment, so hopefully they'll have space and room for us. And we're going to go ahead and get the kitty taken care of. He's going to get microchipped. Also, he does not like traveling. We have traveled to and from Pahrump in Las Vegas, which is about an hour drive. He absolutely hates it. Every time he's crying, sometimes he throws up. He always goes to the bathroom. It's just always a hassle. It's always a whole show. So I'm gonna see if they could possibly give me some meds to make life a little bit easier for him, because we are gonna be traveling in the RV long distances pretty soon. We're gonna take our first cross country trip. We're currently in Nevada, but we'll be going to Pennsylvania, and in order for me to keep my sanity, I gotta figure out a way to get my cat as comfortable as possible during that trip. So hopefully that can help us. But before we do that, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I'm in a house and there is warm water. So I'm gonna take a shower. I already washed clothes. It was quite a few loads, I'm not gonna lie. I was being a little lazy this time around, but it's okay. Things are gonna get done. And you're gonna join me for the ride. Now I'm about to enjoy this spacious, warm water giving shower. I am so happy to be here. The shower was amazing. I'm actually hot right now. I'm slightly sweating, to be honest. Came out of there with the mirrors all fogged up. Ooh-wee, warm water. Felt good to my soul. But anyway, I need to start getting ready, packing up my fur babies so we can head to the vet. As I'm starting to mentally plan the pack up process, I'm kind of getting a little sad, because as I mentioned, we're going to the vet so I can get my fur babies taken care of for our first cross-country trip. With this being my first cross-country trip, know that, one, I'm super nervous. I've never driven the RV more than, I want to say, 2 hours. When I purchased the RV, I purchased it in Utah, then I had to drive it from St. George, Utah to Las Vegas. I can't remember the drive, but it's about 2 hours, maybe a little less. That's the furthest that I've driven the RV. Now we're talking about going cross country. I'm completely freaking out, but excited at the same time. I have about a month, so I still have time to get things together. I need to figure out my route. I need to figure out what we'll be doing as we're heading out there. But more importantly, I got to make sure this cat is not crying like a crazy man the whole way there. So we're gonna go ahead and hope to goodness they can give us some medication. But I'm also having this slight mourning period where I'm realizing like the stuff that we're doing today could be the last time we do this. For example, we're going to the vet. This could be the very last time that my fur babies go to that vet. Now, granted, I'm gonna be back at this house. I'm always at this friend's house, so I'm gonna be back at this house before I leave. But we're now approaching the very last time I'm at the house, or the very last time I'm at the house in a long time. I've been in Las Vegas since 2009, and I've made friends that have been in my life for 10 plus years. And now I'm about to start a new journey, and they're gonna be on the complete opposite side of the country, and it's kind of weird. I'm excited to be going back to Pennsylvania because that's where my family is. I'll be close to my family. That's exciting. It's also exciting to, as an adult, start hanging out with some of my childhood friends who I haven't really hung out in years, but we still kept in contact. Now I'll be in the same state, same city as them. So, you know, that's going to be interesting. But people that I've built a life with for such a long time are now just going to be it's going to be a phone call, a FaceTime call, not necessarily like, you know what, I'll be up there, I'm about to hit the road, see you in an hour. Or, you know, when I lived in Vegas, it was like, see you in 30 minutes. Now it's like, can you make plans to fly out and hang out? New beginnings. They're sad, but they're exciting. Now let's go start packing up the fur babies. We got to get things going. All right, so this guy has taken over this bathroom. That's his carrier as well as his feeder. We need to pack up the feeder get his harness on, clean up his cage, get him packed up in the car. I absolutely love all my fur babies, but I will admit, traveling with the dogs is much easier than traveling with the cat. Now, my dogs have been in the car, they're used to that, they get excited. My cat, not so much. So we have tried a couple different carriers. We did start off with your typical hard body carrier, but I decided to get rid of that when I sold my house because it's just big and bulky and it takes up a lot of space. So then I went with one of the carriers that is a fabric material. I had two different kinds. The one I settled on was like a backpack. And I was really excited about having a backpack, thinking I'd be able to take Fatty out for walks and he can join us with the dogs. And then I would also have that carrier for when we were traveling. The very first time we went out with the bag, the carrier book bag, he peed on me. The little bastard peed on me. Yeah, so he's in the carrier. Mind you, it's like a fabric material. He's crying. I'm trying to talk him and get him comfortable. Like, it's okay. Just enjoy the walk. You always look out the windows. I figured you would want to come outside. I'm all having a conversation with him. Meanwhile, he is taking a piss in the carrier. So that didn't work out. We don't really use that carrier too much anymore because it happened more than once. And then when the pee wasn't enough, then he upgraded to pooping in the carrier. So this is why I have this big carrier now. Now you may be thinking like, well, I thought you were trying to save space. This is one of the ones that like fold down. So when it gets smaller, you know, it's still long. The length is still the same, but at least as far as the height, I don't have to worry about that. So I have to use this whole thing for Fatty. We are still trying it out. Hopefully it will work when we actually travel in the RV. So far, we've just used it to come back and forth to my friend's house here in Las Vegas. So he's been in this crate for, you know, an hour and some change. It's always a mess. It literally is always a mess. He winds up throwing up. He goes to the bathroom, number one and number two, which is why there's a whole litter box in there. I need to clean that up before I put this in the car. I don't know what we're going to do when it's time to drive from one state to the next. Like, he hates it. So far, he hates traveling. That's all I can get from it. I think he has motion sickness because he always throws up. He makes sure to go to the bathroom each and every time. I don't know if it's nerves. I don't know if it's because there's a litter box present, so he just feels like he needs to use it. I know a lot of people travel with cats, and their experience is a lot different. They are so lucky. They are so lucky. Because we going through a completely different setup when it comes to us traveling. It is like, if I have my windows down, you would think somebody was killing the cat in my car. That's how crazy he be getting. You're going to get to hear it in a little bit. You're going to get to hear it in a little bit. For those of you who do travel with cats, help. Like, how often were you driving with your cats when they were kittens? I feel like that has a lot to do with it. They didn't do a lot of traveling when they were kittens. So now that they're full adults, and I say they because I used to have two cats. Now it's just Fatty. I lost his sister. But, you know, my two cats, when I had them, we didn't do a lot of traveling. Now that we're in the RV, Fatty is having to experience a whole new life of travel, and the adjustment process has not been easy. Medication has been recommended, so we're going to try that. I don't know what else to do to make him comfortable when we're in the RV. I'm hoping that while we're traveling, he'll be in this crate. And I may start covering the crate so he can't see what's outside to see if that comforts him, because he likes being in cabinets. So maybe if I give him like a cabinet feel, he may find some comfort in the journey. But with this being a multi-day trip, oh my God. Oh my God. Yes. All right. Ugh. So the dogs already have their harnesses on. Here's Fatty's harness, and it has a tracker on it. This is what he bites on, the tracker and then the clip after like a day or so of wearing it, because he wants me to take it off. And then also when he's grooming, he gets in the way. But we gonna put this on since we gonna be out in them streets. I just want him to be set for success in the event he runs off. He just be looking real fluffy. Slightly uncomfortable, but if you actually feel the harness, you'll see he has plenty of space. So he's ready. About to take him in the car. The dog's already ready. They'll find their spot in the car, and we can head to the vet. Walker, stay. You're next. Stay. Stay. Wait! See, they feed on me again. Wait! See, they feed on me again. The litter box is right there. You know how bad cat urine smells? This is gonna be terrible. Well, as I was saying, I love my fur babies, all of them equally the same. But traveling with the dogs is much easier. I'm gonna go ahead and change my pants, then put the dogs in the car, and then I can finally head off to the vet. And I'm gonna beg for some medication. Fatty. Because that was intentional. There's literally a litter box in there with him, and he just opted to let loose on me. Everybody is now in the car. The dogs have on their seatbelts. Fatty is in his kennel. He's very unhappy. I'm about to turn on the AC. This cry, I'm gonna have to hear it the whole way to the vet. He is not gonna let up. We are close to the vet, and it's a good thing because this guy has been crying the whole time. Since there is a litter box in there, he also left us a present. So the car smells like cat pee and cat poo. Isn't he so sweet? So we're here, we're at the vet. I'm currently in the parking lot. It's kind of full, so I'm a little nervous. But the plan is, I'm gonna run inside, check us in. I'm gonna leave the fur babies in the car, and then I'm gonna just have them call me when we're ready. It's just gonna be easier to sit in the car than try to carry all of them into the vet while we're waiting on the room. This is not one happy kitty. I am going to take his little poo out so we don't have to smell that while we stay in the car waiting for a room to get ready. So it's been about an hour. We finally got the phone call from the vet. They have a room ready for us. White boy has been crying the whole time. B-Rabbit is a little nervous. He don't really like the vets, so he's shaking. Walker's probably the only one who's like, let's go. Let's get it going. I got no worries. I got no fears. Come on, B. We gotta go. Let's go. Come on. Really? Come on. It's not that bad. Come on. Oh, boy. B-Rabbit, we not going. No. You need to get out. Oh, my God. Lord have mercy. So I opted to just carry him inside instead of dealing with that carrier. have him linked to me so he can't get too far away. It's okay, baby. Okay. What would y'all say? Me. He's definitely not there. Not there. Maybe this. Not that bad. But what makes it hard to figure him out is he has a lot of loose skin. Got a lot of loose skin. Look at all that. We'll see what the vet says. Walker's done with her anal glands and her nails. B-Rev is done with his anal glands and his nails. He's still breathing on hecka hard because he's still not happy that we're here. They now have Fatty in the back. They should take care of him. At some point, I think I'll be talking to one of the vets to get more information about the medication for Fatty, of course, while we're traveling. And then also, since we're going to be going from the desert to a climate that has humidity as well as moisture and everything else that comes with traveling to Pennsylvania, we now also have to talk to the doctor about fleas and ticks for the dogs. Then apparently heartworms is an issue. There's a few other things that I don't usually think about since I live in the desert that now I have to be worried about. So this bill's just getting longer and longer. So everybody's back. Fatty's back. He is super calm. I don't know if they drugged him or if he's just done with life. He's microchipped. It's official. We are now in the process of waiting for the vet to come back. We already had a conversation about fleas and ticks, and before we get any preventative medication, we have to first get them tested for heartworm, all 3 of them. Fun times. Luckily, that's just a blood test, so shouldn't take too long. And they've given me some options for flea and tick prevention, but we may not do that today. I need to see what the bed looks like before I keep stacking stuff on top. All right, so we are all done at the vet. Everybody is up to date on shots. Everybody is microchipped. Everybody has been tested for heartworm. I have medication for white boy to help on the trip. And the total today is $367.84. White boy cost me about $212, and the dogs cost me about $77. And the bad thing is, I don't even have medication for the fleas and ticks. I just know that they don't have heartworm, and I guess that means they can now take medication to stop them from getting heartworm later. So more money will be spent in preparation for getting everybody prepped and ready for the road. I gotta stop looking at that total. I don't like looking at that. Since I do have medication to help with the traveling with Fatty, he has already been given a dose. So he has a dose in the system. It does generally take 30 minutes to get them calm and sedated, and it's supposed to work a few hours. So the whole drive home, he should be quiet, assuming that the medication hits in time. Depends on how long I feel like waiting in this car. And he should be calm throughout the rest of the day as well. I have a liquid as well as a pill. We're trying both of them, not at the same time. You can't try them both at the same time, but I at least have both with me so I can try both of them and see which works best for him. This should be interesting. Fatty, you good back there? Are you chill enough to hit the road, or you need a few more minutes? You look calm. You're quiet. I think we might try it. I think we might try to pull off, see what happens. Well, that didn't take long. As soon as I turned the car on and put the AC on blast, he went in. Fatty, what is it that you don't like? Is it the AC that's bothering you? Maybe you don't like the AC.
But it's too hot to just be driving without it. I think I'm gonna give him a few more minutes. We're gonna wait a little bit longer because he was quiet until that car started up. Once I put the key in the ignition, cranked it up, that was it. Give him some more time to get sleepy. But we're gonna keep the AC on. We just not gonna drive just yet. Bless you.
At the light, use the left lane to make a U-turn at Simi Avenue, then turn right onto Ramrod Avenue.
We are officially on the road, and it is quiet. The medication is medicating right now. Usually he would be yelling and cursing me the fudge out, but at this moment, it's nothing but silence. Just the sound of the road. I think we have a winner on the medication. Now the test is how long it's gonna last. Back at the RV, and as you can hear, certain somebody is making noise again. He made it throughout the majority of the ride pretty quiet, but near the last 10-15 minutes he started to make noise and started to cry. And now that we pulled into the actual area where the RV is, he's louder, so he may recognize that we're home and he's ready to get inside. The medication did help. However, my biggest concern is that was just about an hour worth of driving. I need him to be calm and chill for like 3 to 5 hours, because that's how long I was planning to drive each day. If he's only quiet for an hour, it's still going to be a struggle, but it does work. It may work even better when it's had more time to be in his system, and then it may work better because, excuse me, I'll be administering it like back to back to back to back. So if we start driving on Monday, he gonna get a dose on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until we get wherever we need to get. He gonna be feeling good the whole time. But there's still some more experimenting. We're gonna have to keep testing it. The only problem is we really can't test it until we out on the road. So if anybody travels with cats and you have some tricks, please let me know. Right now, I'm dependent on drugs, and I don't want to just be focused on drugging them up every time that we are planning to travel. I want to try some other techniques. His vet did tell me about a spray that I can use that's some type of hormone that'll help calm him. There's also a version for dogs, so I'm going to look into that. Look into some other options that may calm him down on the road, such as having his cage completely covered. I'll see if that helps him. This should be interesting. It's a learning experience for all of us, myself as well as the Furbabies.